So now we get into the fairway woods and the 17 yards. So the 3-wood, we obviously have, people are going to call it slot, they're going to call it a channel. The proper term that we're using is power pocket. Now, the big thing here is, the challenge for us is to get a 3-wood to perform like a driver, ball speed, all right? We're limited in doing that by 2 reasons. 1, it's a material issue, and 2, it's a size issue. Stainless steel, all right? We know that there's a price issue, so we really can't jump up to titanium. So that was our first challenge, is how can we get steel to flex and perform like titanium does? Second issue is size. Obviously you can get a face to flex more if you make it the head larger. We know that we can't make huge 3-woods out there because there would be playability issues. So we were challenged to look elsewhere. So for the past 4 years we've been working on channel, slot, power pocket technology. We've been submitting mechanical drawings to the USGA now for 4 years working on slot technology. So a lot of people will say, oh, they're just copying what Adams has done or what Nike has done. This is something where we're not concerned at all about any kind of lawsuits, anything like that, because we've been researching this for now 4 years. We didn't rush it to market because we really didn't understand exactly how it can work best in a club. So the whole process here is we need the face to be separated from the body. So to do that, we needed this power pocket. However, it really only works if that power pocket, that channel, is deep. So what we needed was a deeper face. A lot of our competitors still believe that a shallower face is the way to go, because it's a high launch, it's very easy to hit. However, it's really poor when it comes to ball speed. So some of our competitors use 2 slots, whatever the case may be. We believe in 1 slot and it being very deep and it being coupled with a deep face. Because we don't want the ball to jump off the face with an extreme amount of speed and then spin and not go anywhere. So that's the big thing with the Rocketballz, and that's why we have 2 lofts of a 3-wood. You're going to find when you fit these that moderate swing speed players are really not going to launch this that high, and that's why we have a 17-degree 3-wood. Because if you don't initially launch this high, it's really going to go out with not a lot of spin. And that's where we're getting all this distance, is that it really is launching high and spinning low. But because of its deep face, the moderate swing speed player might not launch that. So that's why the 17-degree is actually going to be a very popular fitting choice for a lot of you guys who actually see that you can drive home to the consumer, yes, this has a higher loft, but you're actually hitting it further. A lot of consumers struggle with, well, how can I hit it further if it has a weaker loft? And you're going to really show on the monitors here that it's all about the flight. So if you can get this higher, it's going to go out with less spin and a much faster speed. Again, CG is now forward. It's still low, as you can see, so we still have the low point. So that's about the launch, but we've actually placed it forward. So to get this face to compress and to release out, much like a driver, we add the separation, but the CG needed to be moved up to increase that velocity. So that's why we have that design. So it's not only a 1 channel, it's also the deepest channel as well. But we needed to couple it with a deeper face. And that's how we get the high ball speed, but the low spin coupled as well.
So I contend with the person that comes in and asks for a 13.5 fairway 3, strong 3.
I'm sorry, can you speak?
How do you contend when somebody comes in and asks for a 13.5 3-wood?
We have a tour version, which is launching later, but we have a smaller head for tour that has those stronger lofts. So for that stronger player that really wants a little bit more workability or an even lower flight, the tour head will provide that. The tour head also comes with the XCon 7, where with the fairway woods here, we're still staying with that XCon 5. So the very lightweight sub 50 shaft builds in that speed. So again, just because it's a fairway wood, we haven't bumped up the shaft weight in the fairway wood on this model because we want to continue
getting that much speed gain out of this head. So.
Did you say what the metal story was that you finally came up with?
Well, the challenge was that we needed to still stay with stainless steel. So we couldn't go to titanium because of price point. So we knew that we needed to have this, you know, available to the masses. So it really needed to be stainless steel. But how can we get stainless steel to perform like titanium? Because titanium obviously can flex. You can make the face very thin, you can make the walls very thin. We don't have that luxury with stainless steel. So there actually had to be a design element built in to allow that face to flex.
Okay.
Get into a direct comparison.
What? Seriously? Really? Rocketballz. Phew. Jeez. Wow. That was nice. What did you guys do? Put steroids in this 3-wood. Couldn't carry my driver there. It's tough to believe. It's insane. Amazing. And there's a driver number in there. It's a driver for most people. It's unbelievable. As soon as you put it down, though, it just looks really, really nice. Gives you confidence when you look down.
Did you manipulate the numbers on there?
I know. What? 284. In the air. In the air. That's big 3-wood. Rocketballz. I like the name. Rocketballz. It fits. Because this is rocket ship. I mean, it's just gone. Bring on those par 5s. This thing legal? This thing's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. That's 9 miles an hour, 20 extra yards. 22 yards? 25 yards further in my 3-wood. This will make it easy now. Rocketballz. That's Rocketballz.
You can't get those guys to fake that. You just can't. They don't even want to be there to begin with, you know, and they're usually, I'm sure you've seen
I'm telling you about all this yardage. What do you think? Hold on. I don't believe it. .286 carry, 303 total. Wow. 20 yards further than my 3-wood, maybe more, 25. You got a little more than you at that too. I think I do too. All right, I'm gonna crank this one. Nice grip. Also pretty good. With roll 317. What do you think of the name now? This one might take it. It might go with me. All right, I'm gonna smoke it. That might happen. 331. 179 ball speed. That was smashed. This thing is pretty good. It's pretty damn good. That's awesome. 330 with a 3-wood.
179 ball speed is, that's impressive.
So again, we talked about CG moving forward. This kind of displays how that works. So with the typical CG back, the face is only so responsive, so it's going to produce a standard launch angle. Sorry. However, when that CG gets displaced more forward towards the face becomes more responsive, it's active, so therefore ball speed jumps, so naturally launch is going to jump as well. And then coupled with the speed pocket, the two work in sync to produce all this distance that we're seeing.
Can you go back to that real quick?
Yes.
Because somebody asked the question where you probably starting to hear from everybody. It's always been about low CGB, back and deep, and now, you know, people are starting to talk about getting the CG higher and more forward. And it's just this relationship is that how much you probably notice that these clubs are stretching out. So if you figure that this club was here and now here's your center line and it's looking more like this, okay, then, you know, as a designer, how do we get the CG as low as possible? Now that's all stretched out, the CGs, there's a law of diminishing returns to continue to get the CGs back this far. So now everybody's going, oh, wait a second, we got to get the CGs up here to get optimum performance. So that's kind of where that story of, you know, hey, low CG back, everybody's been talking about, and now you'll hear club designers talking about how to get it more forward again.